G'day all, I'm Paddy the Platypus, and welcome back to my bird and arm deep dive. I'm back, and I'll hopefully be a bit more active, but who knows really. Anyway, we start up with an ad, which I thought was really weird because it felt like an actual ad, and at the time I thought Disney had fucked up and I was watching the wrong thing. I guess that's props to them for making a realistic ad. So basically, the Global Repatriation Council, otherwise known as the GRC, is an organisation that helps people get back to the way things were before the snap, now that everyone is back. Reset, restore, and rebuild. Cut to a GRC police van pulling up with Chad America in the back.
Don't give them a second to delete, shred, or breathe.
Basically get in before they know what's happened. Comes in and tells them why he's there, who he's looking for, and if anyone knows her. Very straightforward.
Du hast den Namen gehört. Says he doesn't know.
We know she came through here, now where'd she go?
He gets spat on, which I know for a fact that doing that will not go down well with anyone you do that to. Chad yells,
Do you know who I am?
which, obviously he was provoked, but yeah, quite an up yourself kind of thing to say.
Yes, I do, and I don't care.
Cap wipes the spit off his cheek and leaves. Well done, mate. He just kept his head high and left.
Carly must be funneling something from someone I can't see.
Lamar says that,
She's giving displaced people shelter and medicine. That kind of thing creates loyalty, man.
yeah, and she's killing people who would stand in her way. Kinda fucked up.
We've literally tried everything we can here. We keep drawing blanks.
So we bet on someone who's got a better hand.
We cut to Bucky and Sam about to visit Zemo in Berlin.
He's just through that corridor.
Hey, officer, do you know why he's locked up? He kind of had this thing where he wanted to control this man next to you. Yeah, this guy right here. He had these words that he'd say to him and it brainwashed him, so then he'd have control over this killing machine. Oh yeah, he's capable of doing some serious damage. Oh, nah, all good with that? Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go on.
Is that really the best idea? I know we get the scene next episode where he's cured, thanks to Wakanda magic, but we see that he still seems to struggle to hold it together while the words were being said. Maybe Zemo saying it could be different because there's history. Maybe hearing his voice say it could really bring it back. What I'm trying to say is, why are you even risking it?
Because you're an Avenger. You know how he feels about that.
Really? I feel Zemo would consider you to be an Avenger. That's not a valid argument to be going in alone.
It's not like you two are known for frolicking in the sun together.
Exactly.
He was obsessed with Hydra.
What? Where did that come from? That's not what Sam was saying, you numbnut.
We have a history together.
Yes, a very bad one.
Trust me. I got it.
And to no surprise, Zemo starts saying the words, as he would.
Those days are over.
Just wanted to see how the new you reacts to the old words.
Yeah, very lucky that it had no effect.
Something is still in there. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. It was never personal. You were simply a means to a necessary end.
I'm liking this. Zemo's still in character. Please don't ruin him.
Someone recreated the super soldier serum.
And sure enough, Zemo turns around in shock. So, you can leave. You know he doesn't know, so there's no need for him to tag along.
You are assuming Hydra has something to do with this, which is why you came to me. Which means you are desperate.
I guess he's right. However, if they were so desperate, they would have happily teamed up with Chad and Battlestar. But they hate them. Just because. So they came to Zemo because he's a character people recognise and he can be loosely tied into this story.
I know where to begin.
What? Why do you know? You've been locked up. And let's say you knew before you were put in prison. Why didn't you try and stop them then? That's what you were doing in Civil War. Why keep it a secret if you're so against super soldiers? You could have got your rocket launcher butler that we see in the final episode to take them all out. So how convenient that you happen to know where to begin and haven't done anything yourself. We cut to Sam and Bucky in a basement, or something, chatting about Zemo.
What are you talking about? You want to break Zemo out of jail? Where the hell are we, Buck? Have you lost your mind?
Jesus, Sam, you want to take a breath between these questions? Man, spitting.
We have no leads, no moves, nothing.
Maybe Team up with Walker.
Yeah, what we have is one of the most dangerous men in the world behind bars.
True.
And we also have 8 super soldiers that are loose.
True. But that doesn't outweigh what Sam said. I don't understand why you think Zemo is the only way, Bucky. You could always team up with fucking Walker.
Look, Zemo's gonna mess with our minds, especially yours.
Sam is making complete sense here. It doesn't make sense that Bucky doesn't see it. He's experienced Zemo firsthand.
Super soldiers go against everything he believes in. He is crazy, but he still has a code.
Yes. But let's say, hypothetically, I hate foxes and introduce species that harm our native wildlife. Now put me out in the bush. Because I hate them and I want to kill them, does that make me better at finding them? More motivation, sure. But theoretically, doesn't mean I have like a fox sense or something. My tail doesn't tingle when I go near them. So hating them most does not equal will be the best person to find them.
He blew up the UN. He killed King T'Chaka and framed you for it. Did you forget that? You think the Wakandans forgot about it?
It's a rhetorical question. They didn't.
All right, just get over here, please.
Sam, you're right. But why are you saying this stuff the way that you're saying it? This is not natural dialogue. You know the reason he's saying this stuff explicitly is, hey, you remember what he did, you know, back in that movie, Civil War. Yeah, Wakandans, they don't like Zemo. Yeah, remember that? They don't like him one bit. Keep that in mind.
Sam, we don't know how they're getting the serum. We don't even know how many of them there are. Let me just walk you through a hypothetical. Can I walk you through a hypothetical?
Hypothetically?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Whoa, cue hypothetical prison break, which turns out wasn't a hypothetical and it actually happened.
What's the book you're reading?
Machiavelli.
Point in any system.
Wait a sec, how do you just have a card?
It's 9-1, prisoners to guards. And if 2 prisoners start fighting, then the protocol says 4 guards have to respond.
Why would 2 prisoners randomly start fighting?
Yeah, Bucky, why?
Who knows? There could be many reasons.
Bucky drops a note to a guy that says, he will kill you tonight. Kill him first. Mate, do you know how suspicious that is? A random bloke drops you a note saying he's going to kill you, you kill him first. If that were me, I personally would like to see who dropped the note. The kill him first makes it seem super suspicious. Could be doing someone else from the prison's dirty work, but no questions asked. They just start brawling, drawing the attention of the guards. What? Everyone is just brawling now. This doesn't make sense. Why would everyone just start brawling if 2 blokes started fighting? This is unrealistic.
Here's the first scrum that we were talking about. Yet, Sedaris has thrown the first one, and we'll have plenty involved in just a moment.
Well, they've come from everywhere like it was almost a rehearsal. Brawls have broken out, Hopewadi. Have a look at them throw them. Barnell's let 3 go, he still hasn't found the mark. Have a look at it on replay. Danny Moore said, excuse me, Matt Singh, I'll take over here. So they both go for John Hopewadi. The halfbacks, they didn't miss each other.
Well, that one was a special incident.
Lockdown procedures would have to be initiated. With all those bodies flying around left and right, wouldn't be hard to slip down a hallway or 2.
Clearly a bit of effort, and includes the assault of a guard, and in no way trying to hide your face, even just a little.
And if the fire alarm got tripped, someone could use the chaos to their advantage.
Now, this plan sucks. Because holy shit, what luck that things just turned out in your favour. Lucky those prisoners started fighting, not just sit there confused as to why someone wanted them to fight. Lucky everyone else made a big scene about it. Lucky Zemo only came across 1 guard in the hall and there was a convenient spot to get changed without anyone noticing. Lucky nobody recognised, and I quote,
What we have is
one of the most dangerous men in the world. Lucky he could get to a fire alarm while no one else was around, and lucky no one saw him sneak into that room, a metre away from the others. This is all extremely lucky. Now, people know who you are. The guards know who you were visiting in the prison. Now, minutes after you leave, Zemo has escaped. You have broken the law, and literally drawn a circle around your face as to where to look.
Oh my god.
I don't like how casual you're being about this. It's unnatural.
Nothing is unnatural for Bucky in this show, Sam. He will be whatever the story needs him to be. Calm, angry, childish, upset, you name it. They'll write him that way. Usually for a joke or an emotional moment.
Are you... and where are we, man?
Sam, have you ever gone somewhere with someone? You go there together, drive, walk, however you might get there. You get inside, then ask where you are? You didn't think to ask on the way? Cool. The door opens and Zemo emerges, still wearing the fucking uniform. Like that wouldn't have drawn attention to you. And Bucky just trusted that Zemo would then meet up with them. Wasn't worried that now that he'd escaped, he'd just go on the run.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah, fair reaction.
I didn't want to tell you because I knew you wouldn't let this happen.
True. No one in their right mind would.
We need him, Sam.
Really? I reckon you could have had a situation similar to how Hannibal Lecter was used in Silence of the Lambs. If Zemo knew he couldn't convince Bird and Arm to let him out, he'd definitely help them from the prison due to him hating super soldiers. They could tell each other what they know, converse through prison, but nah, we needed to break him out of prison, 'cause.
If I may.
No!
When Steve refused to sign the Sokovia Accords, you broke the law and you stuck your neck out for me. I'm asking you to do it again.
Not the same situation, mate. You were brainwashed, literally, by this guy. He's completely guilty.
I really think I'm invaluable.
Shut up. Okay.
So you're just on board now?
You don't make a move without our permission.
Fair.
Okay.
Okay, Zemo. Where do we start?
Wow, such a cool scene. The heroes teaming up with the villain. How crazy. We see Zemo's family's car collection. So he's got a bit of money behind him.
I spent years hunting people Hydra recruited to recreate the serum. Because once it's out there, someone can create an army of people, like the Avengers.
Oh, look, it's his mask, like in the comics. Whoa, this is so cool. It doesn't make sense when he uses it, but it's so cool.
I ended the Winter Soldier program once before. I have no intention to leave my work unfinished.
Zemo, still with his same goals, in line with his character. Great, I'm glad they're trying to keep at least one character consistent.
We'll have to scale a ladder of lowlives.
Join the party. We've already started.
Still annoyed to be working with him, makes sense.
First stop is a woman named Selby. From there we climb.
We see Zemo's jet and his Alfred.
So all this time you've been rich?
I'm a baron, Sam. My family was royalty until your friends destroyed my country.
I guess it's fine that we only know he's rich now. I don't think knowing he was rich in Civil War would have affected what he did and how he did it, so I think that's in line.
You don't know what it's like to be locked in a cell. Oh, that's right. You do.
Clever little Zemo, I guess, said that to annoy Sam because he knows how Sam feels about him being out of jail.
Why don't you tell us about where we're going?
Yeah, Zemo, probably a good idea too.
I was just fascinated by this. This part seems to be important. Who is Nakajima?
You touch that again, I'll kill you.
Hey, we'll just remind you of Yori and how Bucky feels about the whole situation because he feels so bad. And we're going to have a great payoff at the end of it all.
I'm sorry. I understand that list of names. People you've wronged as the Winter Soldier.
How did you just figure that out? It's actually a list of who he's inviting to his birthday party. But again, shocking dialogue just to spell everything out so no one is lost on what's going on.
I've seen that book. It was Steve's when he came out of the ice. I told him about Trouble Man. He wrote it in that book. Did you hear it? What'd you think?
Wow, such a subtle reference to that scene in The Winter Soldier.
I like 40s music, so...
Hey, Bucky's really old, but we'll only bring it up at irrelevant times.
It is a masterpiece, James. It captures the African-American experience.
He's out of line, but he's right. Everybody loves Marvin Gaye.
I like Marvin Gaye.
Steve adored Marvin Gaye.
Incredible comedy writing. Just say things. Keep going back and forth between characters, and voila, comedy. Zemo then talks about having people like Steve is a problem. People place these super soldiers on pedestals, becoming symbols and icons. Movements are formed, wars are fought. Then you can get mad icons.
Do we want to live in a world full of people like the Red Skull? That is why we're going to Madripoor.
What's up with Madripoor?
And we're told...
It's an island nation in the Indonesian archipelago.
It's kept its lawless ways.
Lawless, huh? So it's a city in ruin. No buildings, no money, no loyalty. Seems like a super dismal place.
We cannot exactly walk in as ourselves. James, you will have to become someone you claim is gone.
A consistent character? Kids playing in the street, as we're informed it's a GRC resettlement camp in Latvia.
Golly, better come upstairs.
And we get to hear the Aussie accent, which, side note, personally is really cool. I think there should be more inclusion for Australian characters. Makes me feel like people recognise our little country.
There's not much time. You should be with her now. She'd want that.
I'm sorry.
And we see another example that Carly loses people too. Maybe she's just misunderstood. And now we see Mad Rapport. Quite clearly, not lawless. Like, how the fuck do you think a lawless city runs? Money wouldn't be valid because that's a form of order. Therefore, buildings wouldn't be built. Unless someone had the resources themselves and just built it. But then people would run around destroying any structures because, like you said, it's lawless, and that's something people do.
I'm the only one who looks like a pimp.
You look exactly like the man you're supposed to be playing, Conrad Mack, aka the Smiling Tiger.
You're just about to walk into the city and only telling him his cover story now. If I had to convincingly portray someone, I would be studying their walk, their accent, how they talk, their mannerisms. Get back to the church! I'd want as much time as possible, not just see a photo of him moments before I have to play this guy. And Sam, you got dressed in this outfit and didn't question as to why until now? For fuck's sake!
He even has a bad nickname. Hell, he does look like me, though.
That's convenient. So I'm assuming the fact that you're playing this guy will play into it.
No matter what happens, we have to stay in character. Our lives depend on it. There's no margin for error.
Hey Sam, play this character I only just told you about. Oh, and if you do it badly, we'll probably die. Why couldn't he have been like a guard for Zemo? If Zemo's questioned, he could explain that he's about to sell one of the most dangerous men in the world. Sam's here as protection. He won't have the Winter Soldier when he leaves, so he wants some consistent form of protection.
Got off a bit, shit. Zini Soldado.
Is that the Winter Soldier?
What? You know who he is. So you know he's been pardoned and no longer the Winter Soldier?
Wasn't expecting you, Smiling Tiger.
We have business to do with Selby.
We see Sharon briefly at the bar. What are the odds of that?
The usual?
And Sam gives a nod. The bartender knows Smiling Tiger well enough to have memorized his usual drink, but doesn't recognize that this is clearly not Smiling Tiger. He now makes a gross drink with snake's eggs, and it's funny because he has to drink a gross drink. Like, seriously. Just have Zemo step in, put his hand over the drink and say something like, "No, Conrad, we're here on business."
Don Eladio, ese es un adicto. Para trabajar tiene que estar sobrio.
Entonces nada para ti. Oh.
But instead we get this haha funny scene.
Smiling Tiger, your favorite.
I love these.
What everyone says before they're given a drink the bartender calls their usual. For fuck's sake, that was one of the least subtle shit I've ever seen. Just played for laughs when it was made ever so clear that breaking character could get you killed.
No matter what happens, we have to stay in character. Our lives depend on it.
Got word from on high. You ain't welcome here.
I have no business with a power broker.
Power broker, really?
Every kingdom needs its king. Let's just pray we stay under his radar.
What happened to Lawless? They all follow and respect what this power broker says and whatnot?
Do you know him? Only by reputation. In Madrid, where he's judge, jury, and executioner.
He's not Judge, Judy, and Executioner! He is!
Zini Soldad, Pirot Vatako.
Bucky then starts a fight by attacking a random dude as well as a handful of guys who proceed to step in while a crowd of people film it. Spoiler, nothing comes from the filming of it. Why? You go to the effort of showing how many people are recording and it amounts to nothing.
Didn't take much for him to fall back into form, man.
Sam reaches out to stop Bucky, and Zemo says,
Stay in character, the whole bar turns on us.
which, holy shit, that was a pretty fucking obvious thing to say. Lucky there's not people all around you who could hear you.
Stay in character.
But yet again, the writers want you to know exactly what the characters are thinking, so they just go for the easiest way to get that idea across. Just say it. Even just a look from Zemo to Sam would have got the same message across without whispering something that could get you killed.
Отлично, солдат.
Selby will see you now.
What? Why? Because he started a fight? Where the fuck is that through line?
You good?
And we get slow-mo shots and dramatic music being played as they go to see Selby.
You should know, Baron. People don't just come into my bar and make demands.
But you allowed him then to come in. This encourages people who want to meet with you to start a fight in your bar. Seems like starting a fight in the bar would lead you not wanting to see them.
Not a demand, an offer.
A lot has changed since you were here last. By the way, I thought you were rotting away in a German prison. How did you escape?
Wouldn't you want to know this before meeting with him?
People like us always find a way, don't we? I'm sure you've already figured out what I'm here for.
You're taller than I'd heard. Smiling tiger.
Hey, he just got his usual from your bar, and this is the only time you've met him? This is convenient, because otherwise you would have recognised that it's not actually him.
What's the offer?
Tell us what you know about the super soldier serum, and I give you him, along with the code words to control him, of course. He will do anything you want.
Would she not already know this? If that bloke in the bar knew who Arm was,
Is that the winter soldier?
she certainly would know as well.
Now that's the Zemo I remember. I'm glad I decided not to kill you immediately.
Yeah, lucky. What's also lucky is that you also don't know that Bucky's no longer the Winter Soldier. If she knew this, the plan would be ruined.
The super soldier serum is here in Madripoor.
That's again, lucky.
Dr. Wilfred Nagel is the man you want to thank. A power broker had him working on the serum.
Is Nagel still in Madripoor?
The breadcrumbs you can have for free. But the bakery's going to cost you, Baron. Don't think you can find Nagel without me.
Fair enough, I guess. Smart way to show that you know what they're looking for, but won't give them all the information before the deal is complete. Then Sam's fucking phone starts vibrating, and it's Sarah calling. Why didn't you turn your phone off? Or even better, why wouldn't you have left it on the plane?
Answer it. On speaker.
Hello.
We need to talk about this situation.
What situation exactly are you talking about?
Are you high?
My thoughts exactly, because no one talks like this.
It's the only situation me and you have.
What situation, Sarah? Say it.
The damn boat.
Shut up about the boat. Shut up about the boat.
And watch your tone. I let you slide at the bank.
The bank, yeah. Laundered so much money.
What is this fucking dialogue? Bruh, just tell her that you can call her back. The way you're talking is like a child.
Then why'd they dug you out, big time?
You damn right I'm big time. You'll see when I have that banker killed.
Sam, I'm sorry. Let me call you back.
Sam? Who's Sam? Kill them!
Whoa. What? What the actual fuck? Question. Did you think that his real name was Smiling Tiger? Do you think his family calls him this? And let's say that you knew his name was Conrad. Who's to say that's not an alias? Do you think, being a criminal, that you'd like your real name, your family's name, to be associated with the things you do? Why is it so hard to believe that Sam could be his name and Conrad, Smiling Tiger Mac, is just an alias? Why not ask what the story is? Could be a smart way to do it. For fuck's sake. Oh, what superb timing. Right place at the right time with the right equipment, I guess. Now they're stuck in a room. All Selby's guards have weapons and they are surrounding Bird, Arm and Zeem. Yet somehow the guards do nothing and Bird and Arm get their weapons. What shitty bodyguards.
They're gonna pin this on us.
Yeah, they will.
We have a real problem now. Leave your weapons and follow my lead.
A message goes out to everyone, or just people looking for work. People subscribe to Kill for Cash. No, that's not even the case because it's Bitcoin. How much is 1,000 Bitcoin worth in 2023? Or is that the point? To make it vague. At the time of writing this, 1,000 Bitcoin equals around 42.7 million Aussie dollars, or 31.8 million US dollars. Just a heads up, that's a shitload of money. Who sent this message to? Who has that sort of money and is connected to this situation so fast? It couldn't have been the power broker, because that makes no sense, as Sharon is the power broker. Oh, spoiler, big reveal, woo! And in a lawless city, you're not guaranteed payment, huh? Unless there's a way to enforce this, bringing laws into the equation. Wait, how the fuck did you get out of the bar without being stopped? They would have heard the gunshots, then everyone gets a message saying Selby is dead. They would have walked past more guards at the door, and walked through everyone at the bar. But the power of editing, it's fine.
This is not good.
Yeah, no shit. How does this guy know these are the guys? Like I've stated before, it's lucky when they get recognised.
Hey, it's Black Falcon!
And when they don't.
Look, is this guy bothering you?
No, he's not bothering me. Do you know who this is?
Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wilson. I didn't recognize you without the goggles.
They leave the bar supposedly without being noticed, but walking down the street, this guy just knows. And a machine gun? How did you miss that bad?
I can't run in these heels!
Ha 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 ha. Hold up. How is Sharon there now? Has she been running roof to roof on each building? They left the bar you were reasonably close to, because you got the shot through the window. Then they were running down the street to be saved. By you. Upstairs of a house. Down the road. How did you move like that?
Seem to have a guardian angel.
You could say that.
Well, this is too perfect. Drop it, Zemo.
And there's the proof that this was just luck, that they had just run into her. Why did you happen to have a sniper on hand? Just as you're doing your own thing, in Madripoor of all places, and tonight as well. Lucky. Also, where are all those people that were shooting at them? There's a huge reward. Why stop chasing them after a couple of minutes?
Sharon?
You cost me everything.
Someone recreated the super soldier serum, and Zemo had a lead.
What are you doing here?
I stole Steve's shield, remember?
Remember that movie?
I also took the wings for your ass so that you could save his ass from his ass.
The movie, remember it?
I didn't have the Avengers to back me up, so I'm off the grid in Madripoor.
So it was lucky I was around to save your lives.
I was on a run too.
I don't speak to my family anymore. I can't.
Sharon, see this guy? See Bucky? You know what he did? The US government knew what he did, and he got a pardon. Maybe what you did wasn't that bad in comparison.
Sharon, we need your help. Please.
This isn't over. I have a place in Hightown. You should be safe there for a while.
Looks like breaking all those laws is treating you well.
Too right.
Well, at some point I thought if I had to hustle, I might as well enjoy the life of a real hustler. You know how much I can get for a real Monet?
Wow. You steal Cap's shield and Falcon's suit, and you think to yourself, well, if I'm a criminal, might as well go all the way.
You sell fake Monets.
No, she means real. This gallery is specialized in stolen artwork. Monet, Van Gogh, classics.
What? So did you even want to go back to your normal life? 'Cause don't think you legally could now, with how much illegal shit you're getting up to.
Come on, you guys need to change. I'm hosting clients in an hour.
What's going on, Sharon? You don't ever want to come back home?
They'll lock me up if I step foot back in the States.
Maybe they wouldn't have before you gone and done all this super illegal shit.
Madripoor doesn't allow extradition.
Law, you'd say? But wait, how does that work? They obviously have a bounty system in play, therefore people will get a whole heap of money for capturing you. However, without extradition, you're now not worth anything. But that's wrong if you're wanted in the States. So people should be after you, no? And lawless people wouldn't care where you are if there's a reward. But again, who's enforcing that?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't call. But after the blip and the chaos, I just...
Wow, Sam. She helps you out majorly and you just brush her off.
Look, you know the whole hero thing is a joke, right? I mean, the way you gave up that shield deep down, you must know it's all hypocrisy.
Sorry, who's this? This isn't Sharon. She literally just reminded us of how she's now a criminal for stealing gear for said heroes. Now she's saying it's all a joke. And no, being wanted doesn't make you just change your views on heroes like that.
He knows, and not so deep down.
Does he though?
By the way, how is the new Cap?
He's great. A genuinely top bloke.
Carly Morgenthau and at least 7 others have taken the serum. We know it's a risk, but we're not going to leave until we find the person who cracked the code.
We got a name, Wilfred Nagel.
Nagel works for the power broker.
Wink, wink.
We need your help, Sharon. I can get your name cleared.
Ah, you can you? Would you go to the government? But I thought you were a free agent. You can't just go to the government when it suits you and not be around for them. That's a bit selfish. And you can get Sharon's name cleared, but can't get a loan. That's an interesting situation you're in there, buddy.
You haggling with my life?
Not like that.
I don't buy that. You pretending like you can clear my name?
Okay, maybe it is hypocrisy. Maybe you're right. What happened to you? But I'm willing to try if you are.
Wow, Sam. Just lie to her to get her to join. Promises you don't know that you could even follow up on, but will promise them nonetheless, just so she can be beneficial for you.
They cleared the bionic staring machine, and he killed almost everybody he's met.
I heard that.
Bad jokes aside, very good point. They, for some reason, cleared Bucky. You are fine in comparison.
I don't trust Charity.
What about this is charity? If Sam can follow up on his promise, it's a situation of I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Mutual benefit.
All right, a deal then. You help us out, and I'll get your name cleared.
What do you mean, a deal then? That was just the original offer. You called it something different. Wait, that worked? Hey, can I pay you back for that coffee you bought me? Nah, I don't take charity. Oh, okay. What about a deal? Because you bought me the original coffee, I'll pay you back. Deal.
Bruh. Well, I sell to some pretty connected people.
Now this is an example of good subtle writing. With a rewatch, for whoever's mindless enough to do that, it's a little hint towards her reveal. Too bad the rest of the hints are more like slaps in the face.
Try to stay out of trouble. I'll see what I can find.
Trouble?
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump, 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 my lovely little lumps. Check it out.
Hey, guys, I found him.
That was convenient.
Madripoor can give New York a run for its money.
They know how to party.
I'ma get.
That bounty on your head, the longer you're in Madripoor, the less likely you're ever leaving.
How does your bounty system work in a lawless city? Please explain it.
He's in there. Container 4261. I'll keep an eye out when you guys talk to Nagel, but hurry, we're on borrowed time.
So that's when Bird or Arm should ask, hey Sharon, I was just wondering how you know all of this. It's not that we don't trust you. It's just the fact it's been years since we've seen you, and you're acting so much different than what we remember. And it's also a little suspicious that you don't even want to follow us in here. Oh, wait. I've got a good counter for that one. Well, you guys aren't like what I remember either. You used to be smart. Even Zemo is willing to trust her.
Hey, Sharon, you sure this is the right one?
It's completely empty.
Positive, it has to be.
You haven't explained why.
It has to be.
It's a wonder they don't think you're setting them up. They're willing to just walk into this blindly. We hear music playing and Zemo finds the secret door. They get in undetected, luckily, because Dr. Nagel has his music up so loud.
Dr. Nagel, we know you created the super soldier serum.
No, you don't know that. He was just a lead. He wasn't a sure thing. Selby said she gave you breadcrumbs. If this guy is creating the serum, she gave you a little bit more than just breadcrumbs.
Get out of my lab.
You seem like a pretty smart guy, so you better become conversational real quick.
How about a counter proposal? Make me a better offer and I'll talk.
This guy actually has some brains about him.
Guys, we have company.
Ah, what are the chances? They gave up chasing them last night because they don't like bounty hunting in the dark, I guess. Is that it? Also, how did they know to come here of all places? Anyway, Sharon has an amazingly choreographed fight scene. People not shooting guns will walk up to her with them. This guy obviously realizes it would look bad if he's on the ground and doesn't pick up the gun in front of him, so throws it away. No one will pick up guns or do anything with them once they're on the ground. Sharon, take those guns. They would be handy.
Every bounty hunter in the city is here. We gotta go.
Oh god, I'm hoping that's hyperbolic, which I'm assuming so. But if this show is anything to go off, they do like to be very explicit and direct with their dialogue. But even still, there are so many bounty hunters here. Still makes no sense. Bruh, why'd this dude literally bring a knife to a gunfight? Can't be arsed with this choreography. She should have a gun, but they want whatever the fuck you'd call this, so whatever.
I was brought into Hydra's Winter Soldier program to pick up their work. I was recruited by the CIA. They had blood samples from an American test subject with semi-stable traces of serum in his system.
For fuck's sake. That look from Sam made it seem like he didn't care about the situation till then.
It became personal with me.
He goes on about no machines, no jacked up bodies, his version subtle and optimized.
How have we never heard about this?
Great question, Sam, because the writers wrote it that way. Convenient, huh?
Before I was able to complete my work, I turned to dust. Then when I returned, it was 5 years later. The program had been abandoned, so I came here.
You came back and got straight to work by yourself? It's only been 6 months. That was quick to finish, considering how hard and how long it took to figure it all out.
The power broker was more than happy to fund the recreation of my work.
Lucky there was no pushback on Sharon staying outside, otherwise her true identity would have been revealed by this bloke.
How many vials did you make?
20. Carly Morgenthau stole those.
Where's Carly now?
He just said she stole his shit. Why would he be privy to her movements, you complete fucktard?
I don't know where she is, but a couple of days ago she called and asked if I could help someone named Donya Madani.
What happened to her?
Not my pig, not my farm.
Oh yeah, and while this conversation is going on, Zemo is just free to roam around the lab and finds a fucking gun under the table. Wow, that's conveniently placed, wouldn't you say? Is there a gun under every table in here? More shit choreography. Throws the gun away and keeps the knife. Right, yep. Now she keeps the gun.
Is there any serum in this lab?
No.
Now what?
Ask more questions. What do you reckon?
Guys, we're seriously out of time here.
And just as Nagel sees Sharon, Zemo shoots him. Which is great, in line with his character, but super lucky for Sharon, he could have blown her cover if he was alive for just a few seconds longer.
No! What did you do?
What does it look like, Sharon?
Call 911! How could you have done this? Jim! How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide?
A rocket launcher blows up nearby. Incredible stuff. If that guy was there when Sharon was outside, she'd be a goner. Or he could wait until all four leave and take them out all at once. Big explosion and they just emerge fine.
Okay.
All right, wait for my signal.
Holy shit. Now, I'm not overly fussed with ADR, but that was shocking. ADR being automated dialogue replacement, the re-recording of an actor's dialogue during post-production.
Alright, I say,
All right, wait for my signal. Wait for my signal.
Anyway, Sam just runs off.
Damn it.
Ha 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 ha. Where can we squeeze in more of these funny cringe lines?
You like living here?
So terrible.
I thought we were gonna go left. You went the wrong way. I cleared the way. I came out first. You're supposed to follow me.
And where are we now?
That's perfect time.
Yeah, agreed.
You did this. It's in every action movie.
Sam, you have years of experience in the Air Force and the military, and you decide to base risking life and death with what they do in quote-unquote every action movie. Again, I know this line is a joke to get a laugh from the audience, but now Sam looks like a complete fucking idiot, and these two are squabbling when they could get shot at any moment. We now see Zemo put his mask on and shoots a gas pipe, so it blows up. Why did you put your mask on? And why did you only put it on then? It's an explosion. You think if you were to protect your face from an explosion, your eyes would be one of your first concerns? We now get Batman Zemo. Luckily no one shot him while he was out in the open after drawing attention to his position with that explosion. So far, this episode has shown us that the best way to dodge machine gun fire is just sort of pathetically duck down slightly. Don't find cover or anything. Hey, lucky the guy behind you didn't have a gun when the guy in front of you did. Jesus Christ, Bucky deflected that bullet like he was holding a lightsaber. Bird, Arm and Shazza all hide in a shipping container, then instantly break out. While Zemo was being helpful and found a getaway vehicle. Looks like something Dom would drive.
What's real is family.
You're going back to jail.
Yeah, probably, considering he was broken out, so technically speaking he should still be there.
Do you want to find Carly or not?
He's right. We need him.
If you try that shit again...
Wouldn't dream of it.
And you'll just take his word for it, will you? You just had his word earlier, but he still went and killed Nagel.
Well, that was one hell of a reunion.
Come back to the States with us.
I told you I can't. Just get me that pardon you promised me.
Thanks for everything.
What is this shit? Sam even admitted maybe he was wrong about getting your name cleared earlier. This is why that deal was stupid. Also, hey, how did you know where to find Nagel? Do you have any more contacts that could be of use to us? Was there anything else you knew, considering you haven't told us too much?
You're not gonna move your seat up, are you?
No.
Whoa, that's a reference.
Can you move your seat up?
We've got a big problem. Actually, a couple of them. I'll tell you in the car. Let's go.
I wonder what she's hiding. Now we've got Carly at the GRC supply depot in Lithuania.
There's another entrance around the corner. Have you thought about taking some time to mourn?
See, she's a person too. Maybe she's just misunderstood.
Did you ever think you'd end up here, doing this?
Thought about jumping in with the military at one point, but apparently mob security in Madripoor paid better.
What? In a lawless city? Incorrect, my good man.
I always thought I'd be a teacher.
Professor Carly Morgenthau. Bit of a tough profession in Madripoor, no?
I never thought I'd end up there. I knew that it was the only place that had something that I could use to protect us. Do you remember how scared we were when we took the serum? Felt like my veins were on fire. Prayed it'd kill me. But it was worth it, because this world is ours, and we're going to use all of our strength to give it to the kids in those camps.
This is shocking dialogue. This is like your right-hand man. Of course he knows all this stuff. This is just so the audience knows exactly what's going on with little to no effort in the script.
Power Broker's gonna catch up with us eventually.
That's not a problem.
Really?
Nagel was killed in Madripoor. We've got the last of the serum. Power Broker is about to come begging.
Maybe you get to be a teacher after all this is over, eh?
No.
Maybe.
Definitely not. You are the leader of a terrorist group. Just a heads up, doesn't look good on a CV.
And they said that Sam and Bucky were here on the same day this happened.
Correct. You don't think they had anything to do with them getting out, do you?
Thank you.
Finally, someone with half a brain cell. And it's Captain Chad.
You seriously think Sam and Bucky would have broken a guy like Zemo out of prison?
Yeah, I know, hey Lamar. Didn't really make much sense to do that, but they did it anyway.
That's exactly what I think they did. They were just as desperate for leads as we were.
Come on, man. You know damn well we can't accuse them of something like that without evidence.
Cameras. There are cameras in the prison.
Which is why you and I are just gonna run with this one for a minute.
So I take it what happens next isn't a strictly on the books type of thing, is it, Kid?
If we get the job done, do you really think they're gonna sweat us on the how?
Framed as an evil moment when they're literally doing what Sam and Bucky have been doing. Sam tells Torres to look up shit about Mama Donya and Torres will get back to him. Again, I'm confused. I don't work for the military, although in episode 1 I did, and now I'm a free agent, yet using the military's technology whenever I feel like it, while also using someone who's working there to work for me. You know how selfish this is? You don't just have the military at your whim, and if you did, ask for fucking money.
Just thinking about all the shit Sharon had to go through.
Yeah, because thanks to this show, Steve and yourself are assholes, because you just ignored her after what she did for you both.
And they were referring to the American test subject, like Isaiah wasn't even a real person.
In case that wasn't clear when it happened, we just like the audience to know exactly what's going on at all times and assume that they're stupid.
Just makes me wonder how many people have to get steamrolled to make way for this hunk of metal.
Depends on how you ask. A hunk of metal saved a lot of lives.
Yeah, and ended plenty as well.
Yeah, I get that, all right. But maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have put it in a museum. Maybe I should have destroyed it.
World's upside down. We need a new cap.
But we've already got a great one.
It ain't gonna be walkers.
Why not? There still hasn't been an argument made from Bird or Arm as to why he shouldn't be Captain America.
So before you go and destroy it, I'm gonna take it from him myself.
Wow! Stealing government property? That's illegal, my guy. Sam's phone rings and it's Super Speedy Torres with news that Mama Donya died.
A city near the Baltic Sea.
I have a place we can go.
Lucky you have Zemo.
Hey, Diego, Lennox, second van.
It's the mother load. This is enough for our whole camp. You're just sitting on this stuff. You good?
Thank you for the context.
Filthy flag smashers.
You had 6 months worth of supplies just sat there in that building.
They obviously weren't going to burn it all. Do you understand the concept of being prepared? They had 6 months worth of food, so they could distribute food for the next 6 months. I don't see what's unreasonable about all of that.
We're fighting for our lives.
Yeah, and attempting to take a few in the process.
No.
The car then blows up. If I was struggling with food and resources, I wouldn't have blown up my car. Maybe sell it. Doesn't even have to be legally. She's right up into all of her illegal business. Sell that car, even just for a couple grand. And voila, money for food and supplies. Just for a little bit longer. You didn't need the explosives to be in the car to send this messed up message.
There were still people in there.
This dude isn't on board with killing people apparently. Has he just been closing his eyes every other time?
This is the only language these people understand.
Now our boys in Latvia.
I heard what became of Sokovia. Don't suppose any of you bothered visiting the memorial? Of course not. Why would you? We're here.
I'm gonna go on a walk.
You good?
Yeah. See you guys in a bit.
What? Sam is okay with Bucky just leaving without an explanation? Now why did AO set up this stupid bloody anal beads Easter egg hunt? And it was lucky that Bucky saw them.
You dropped something. I was wondering when you were gonna show up.
So you were expecting her to come after you. How did she know you were here? You only just arrived, and I think knowing a Wakandan guard will be coming after you would be something that Sam would like to be aware of. Me too. Him and Walker are the only reason I'm still here. But we'll get to that later. Thanks for watching, guys. I've done my disclaimer in the last two. I don't think I'm gonna say it here. But yeah, I'm gonna try upload a little bit more regularly than I have been. But yeah, if you're enjoying these, let me know. They do take a lot of time, so the more feedback I get from them, the more motivated I am to do them. If you like the video, you know, do the thing. If you've got mates who hate the show, yeah, let them know about me, because I fucking hate it. But I also am here to let everyone know that it's really badly written. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Hooroo. Catch you later.